Hello. My pretties. Let's see if we can finish this off today. Just a sec, messing with some settings. Hold on. Alright, I think this looks about right. Let's go. See what I was up to a week ago. This game has worryingly long load times. I keep thinking it's crashed. I suppose this area is especially load heavy, potentially. The Great Temple. Huh. This really is technical difficulties to stream. Oh, something's still happening. We are here. Alright. So... given what I've learned, this is definitely the fourth ending. The true ending, the final ending. And there is something I have not found yet, which is the third ending. So I'm going back. Let's do this stuff in order. I need the other ending first. That's just how this is gonna go. We run right into another load screen. Because there's still mysteries to be uncovered, and this is definitely the true ending. I need to find what I've been missing. And I have some ideas. The first is to get that key from Dooley. See where that leads to. Valerius is still making the rounds. I should talk to Dooley before doing the election. About that key. Because he didn't just give it to me last time. There's also this...
Citizen.
We're definitely having some frames today. You.
Welcome.
You talked about some stuff.
Feeling all right? I'm Lucretia, and I'm tired, and
Yeah.
my husband and I moved to Rome. I would have divorced him and demanded, so I waited as he prepared to evacuate. I could barely see. The next thing I remember, it's all right. And while there's no shot, oh, this shrine kind of strange to say, but the god who well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, until she suddenly lost all interest in her. This changes everything. The last time I saw her, and then she shut her. She's been gone so long now. But I really wish I could reach her, because one of my patients is suffering from terrible I really shouldn't say. He's become so irritable. I just know Navia would. Thanks. Oh no. There was one other person who claimed, but that was Navia. Well, until
Right.
this,
I thought she was
she's
the
been
one.
but one of
Damn it.
Really?
I really shouldn't. He's become so. I just.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
You did?
Yeah.
what a relief.
No, wait. No, I
I don't
didn't.
know what
I
to
didn't.
say.
Damn it.
I
You don't need to say anything.
It's fine.
Just rest
Whatever.
up, get your strength back. And
Thank-
wait properly when you're ready.
That's
I
a.
will. Thank you, Ulpius.
I'm
I will.
looking for the person that talked about these allergy poison yew trees. Someone talked about them. I want to find them because I'm almost entirely sure that that leads to the third ending. It's the one thing I haven't really explored yet because I have not found them. Or that's just a myth thing and it doesn't actually exist in the map. That's also a possibility. But I want to explore all my options here. And that's definitely something I have not explored yet. This supposed passage with the trees. Also, I think I might have just ruined the election by doing the willow bark thing. That's definitely a possibility. Why am I not using my flashlight? Come on. I'm a little stupid. Water. Let's chat with Dooley. I know that's a thing I need to do.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we have.
My friend Hannibal used to... He said
I
he
know
gave
about your
all
friend.
that- No,
Give
no.
me your key.
My name's... My friend, he said he gave me this key. All I remember is he said something... Now nobody look.
I want your key.
You're going to... You're me.
Oh, I just messed it up. Everything's messing up. Let's make for reset time. I like the delay, that's friendly.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, one thing I did think about.
Wherever you are.
This. Yes, she does come to life. That's nice. Can you come out here? I want to go in there, please. Yes. Out more, please. Come out.
Almost as if
Come
you're
out,
trying
come
to
out.
extend my lifespan.
Yes. Ooh, he actually has dialogue about that. That's neat. Thank you. What's in here? Whoa. The big money. That's nice. I'll get out of my way. That's all. Not a great secret, is it? Just money. Alright, well, that's that figured out, I guess. I need the key, Dooley. Tell me about your key. Do I have the key already? That's possible. No, I don't have the key.
Salve. Oh. Yulia. Poor Vert. Alright, let me... What? I'll go.
Good.
Ixion turns.
That's Huh. I suppose the Aeons would be... The summons in Final Fantasy would be based on myth. That makes sense.
Troublemaker coming into the city.
I know. And I'll take care of it.
Hello?
Go and hide.
Hello?
But not in the empty shrine.
Yes, we have.
Did you know I was headed in there?
You're going to let me out?
Trying to explain. Go.
All right, I'll be in my bakery. Thank you, Galen.
Ah,
Do you like it? But... Like... Yeah.
How do I get this key dialogue?
You're going to let me out of... Oh, gold? My friend Hannibal used to... He said, if he gave me this key and made... All I remember is he said something... Now nobody looks after me.
all I can say is fair enough. That's not fair. It's not fair enough. I want to ask if you'll give it to me. Because I want it.
My name's... Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Is your key in your cell?
Hello. Bye-bye.
Yes, we have. I was literally just here. What's he gonna pick up here? Can I prevent him from... Huh. I did do some spatial reasoning, and I think I know where the door is. So I can just go and try it. Maybe I accidentally do have the key. That would be neat. Because if I can't get it anymore, that's annoying. That's just annoying. I think it might be here. This door. It would make sense, I think, if that leads into the upper cistern. All I need is for him to give me the bloody key. But apparently that's not gonna happen. Which is annoying. Because I do really want the key. What's in here again? Right, that's in here again. I knew that. That's a hint, I guess. I'm just gonna... I'm running out of ideas.
Wonder how much.
I can't find the trees. Wasn't there another way into the tunnels in here? I'm sucking to that. Come on. I'm sure there was some other place to go in here, which I maybe did not explore enough. Not that. That was a dead end. This was a dead end. Where else can I go? I guess I can have another look. Oh, wrong bow. Just a chest. Where else? What else is there? Maybe I didn't explore the palace enough? I really don't feel like going back there. That's a huge place. Damn. Oh, I actually got it. Wow. I messed up the jump and still succeeded. Thank you, game. So what else is there in here? Nothing else, it seems. Can I take the key from Metellus after I kill him?
You? Who are you?
And me.
Do you know you're... What? God, I'm going out of my mind. Are you going to let me go or not? What?
It won't even let me let her go anymore?
Here?
That's interesting.
He's so heartless. I hate you.
Whoa, nice.
Spit on you. I hope Dis drags you to Tartarus.
She's nice. Can I use this bow to kill him and loot the key? It's still an ending. I can't get the key without ending the game. Which is frustrating.
You're back.
Oh, hello.
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick.
Did it just punch me into the ending?
It's now or never.
Well then. Let it be never.
No.
This is dumb.
There's no... What?
This actually
It's no use.
gives me a new quest.
You're making a mistake.
No, there's no quest. I'm totally lost, you know. Entirely lost. I need the key. That's what I need. How do I get the key? Can I talk to Dooley about the key after he's freed? Can I kill Dooley? I can probably kill Dooley.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
I have the bow that doesn't turn him into gold. Man, that makes sense, I hope.
Citizen.
A new face.
It must be completed. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent. Why do you... As I said... very well.
Let's elect.
Citizens, it is time.
Hello? Hello? Bye-bye.
There's nothing. Why are you rude? I need the key. That's all. I feel like that's the lead. Too soon. Let's just get this over with.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Pulver, Marcus Malleolus Virgil.
I can look around, I guess. Not too long, because Dooley's gonna get freed and trigger the golden rule, but... Well, at least this game shows democracy is pointless, right? No matter who wins, the rule is triggered immediately. It's pointless. All outcomes suck. Who needs democracy? I got myself stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's done. Good.
That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
You lose again, huh?
Glad Galerius won. He deserved it.
He's the best candidate, definitely. Except this
Fortune
mistake.
smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest.
Where is your
I'll speak
home,
with you
Dooley?
soon, Dooley.
Where do you live?
Hello? Oh, thank you. You can have my and
I
maybe
don't-
you can help
Yes,
with my
I do
friend
want that.
Hannibal, but before... He
What was
gave
it?
me a key to... Please
Yes.
help me find it.
I'll help
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll take it.
I hope you find it. In the cisterns. Oh, look.
Yeah, you should not do that. Can I work with this?
I
The
can see it from
nah.
myself.
All right. We're gonna reset, so I might as well get over there now. But this is, you know, I have the key now. I can test it on the door after this reset. I'll just stand over here. No, you're still gonna be blocking the door. I'll be over here.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Poor silly Dooley. The fact that Dooley can trigger the law by just being himself, nothing malicious, means the rule is flawed, just on his face. Also, he is definitely interfering. By not applying the law equally to everyone, he is interfering. He's not applying the law to Scintilla or to Malleolus for imprisoning his adoptive daughter. That should definitely trigger the golden rule, but it doesn't, because God thinks, this is fine. That's interfering. He's interfering. He cheats, basically. He's an ass. I'll avoid you for... No, I can't.
Salve, friend.
Oh, hello.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding.
Oh!
Alright,
so
I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you.
The key was the key.
I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Get everyone. Everyone who follows you will live. Everyone else gets out.
You, Sisyphus.
You should definitely get out.
The stone that always.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Let's go. So the key leads to the cistern, which I guess is the door I found up there. I can definitely try that theory now. I guess the stuff I did to the obelisk carries through resets. Yes. That was worth checking. Having to do all the plaques again because I decided to do something else. That would be a pain in my ass. Oh yeah. 2 doors. Yes, 2 doors. Interesting. Alright, hello. I've gathered everyone.
You... Thank Juno, you're here.
I told Galerius to lead everyone here when the golden rule is broken, so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that?
I am the smart.
He must be coming in through the door behind me.
Yeah.
You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Oh, we're definitely gonna change that too this time. I'm gonna shoot him myself.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
We've done this before.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well.
I'm just gonna be ultra rude to this man.
So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Let's just keep it short and sweet.
Do you really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
Yes! No!
Who?
No, I want to do now.
Where is she?
I'm right here,
Sad.
Father.
Sad. I can definitely take you on. Headshots exist and you're not wearing any helmet, so...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Do it!
Come on! We have to go. The others should be right behind us.
They should, yeah.
Hey! What's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Let's see what we get. What's our ending?
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright.
Well, we've had this conversation.
Well, funny you should ask.
Yeah, you know I am.
Described freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor,
captain,
breaking
it.
It said the attack caused golden statues to
on
come
everyone
alive.
in the city.
Apparently, Scintilla and
A
a handful
handful.
of other citizens managed to escape.
A handful's not a
while the
lot.
stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
I was hoping for more, you know. Let's lie this time.
I didn't for one moment think it was, but the way you say that makes me wonder. I mean, how many people with that name could there be in this place? I don't understand how you could have been here 2,000 years ago.
My character needs to lie better.
God, what?
We've been here. Yeah. That you
so you're
wrote
saying,
that.
Because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I...
Yes.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping a bunch of others to escape.
Yes.
Maybe we can escape through the same
Let's go. Can we leave? Invisible wall. Can I... No bows anymore either. Just wanted to see if I could kill him. This is now closed by plants, I guess. You know, doesn't need any light. Will grow just fine. Big sturdy roots. No problem. So Karen, what do you got for me this time? Yeah, you board that up.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment.
I know.
You go on ahead.
Alright and good idea. Such choices. Amazing.
You're back. But...
I did.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there.
Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Can I just... Nah, she's not gonna tell me anything interesting if I don't expose her, I think. But I've not done this dialogue. Nah.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Caroline, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Most souls ask your...
I suppose not.
A wise decision. All you need to know is that perhaps
this is all the same.
My order. That
Alright. Blah, blah,
blah,
blah, blah. Oh, sorry.
There.
I don't mean...
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now.
So nothing new here.
It's so good to
So
see
the
you.
only real difference
You were
is
gone
I
so long, I
saved
thought I'd
a
never see you
handful of
again.
people.
Kinda
Instead
lost
of one.
track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. And there was a tap. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I think she meant for you to hear.
Tablet should be different.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us
Crazy
that
woman
so
did not
many
get
of
out.
our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back.
Ah, that's
There
nice.
is no point dwelling on what might have been. All we can do is take this gift you've given us and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
That's nice.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you?
That's exposing her to Al, though. I just exposed her to Al. I called her Karen. And Al was there. Alright. Let's go talk to God again. That's all that's left. I can talk him out of it probably. And the option to shoot... Right, so that guy, the alien dude, is definitely the equivalent of the Dwemer in the mod. And shooting What's-Her-Face and taking her crown is definitely the equivalent of taking the Arbiter's helmet. But you can beat the mod without ever taking the Arbiter's helmet by using speech to persuade him. There is no speech skill in this game, but I bet there's still an option to talk him down. So I'm gonna try that, because I don't feel like dying again by getting shot. So that went horribly wrong. And if I accidentally piss him off, I can just go for the crown again. But Karen is also in that room, I think. There's another person there. Another entity, or whatever. Standing next... Oh. I got here too soon, did I? Are we gonna have this conversation now? Yes. You're not... You're...
I'm
I'm
all right.
leaving.
Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Ulpius, you're in my way.
No. Ulpius, what?
That's...
What?
Why did...
Please, help.
Oof. I would like for everyone to live if I get the good ending. So let's save the man.
You... Well, you don't... It's too... If I... No, I am out.
I got here
Wherever
too
you
soon,
are.
definitely.
Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius,
I actually need to be slower with this to save him. I need Galerius to get here first. That's only slightly annoying.
I'll have to...
Hey, guess what?
Yay,
You
God,
died
what-
too. Wait.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
There's definitely a zip line around here. Is right? There should be. Oh, this is definitely faster. There is. I'm blind. Oh, I sent him to gather the people instead. He wasn't gonna talk him down at all. That's what happened there. And apparently I failed with clicking the correct dialogues. So I did the big dumb. is what happened there.
Salva. Oh.
Take care of
Really?
everything for me, please.
All right, let me. What? I'll go.
Yes, you go. Should make Ulpius move to a different place. Just talking to him here and asking him to fix my shit makes Ulpius already move from the ledge, which is convenient for me. Because he now stands up here, I think. Yeah. It's magic. Saying a thing to Galerius a ways away makes Ulpius move on his own. That's mighty convenient. And her too. No one interrupts me. How nice. Right. Temple time. His name is Pluto. And also, his name is Hades. And also, Osiris. And also, this guy. See that? That's her, I guess. That's definitely Charon. Right? Who else could it be?
And here, allow me.
I've been here before.
No, go, but the one, and I've been, and what the day first.
You talk a lot.
My story is many thousand.
You're a god?
It is a matter of your ancestors, but despite all.
You look and sound
I
like a
can
man.
not in time.
May I see your true form? No? Who's the woman?
This, like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the
Prosperina.
Sumerians. Or perhaps you might know. Your gaze lingers too long.
Right, this is where I pissed him off, I think.
That is my servant.
Oh, he
You
actually
would have
explained
met by
it.
the
I didn't
river,
come up with this
though
myself.
She wears many faces.
He told me.
Kumutu,
Right.
For that,
I didn't.
we will talk more
I was
later.
not a clever boy.
As you.
What is this
It
place?
has come to be known simply as the underworld, and it is.
What is the
That is a
wager?
You see, you all but yet preserve. So for
Right,
with
yes, I
my
know this.
But my and hot and
Yes,
it,
yes,
but
yes,
it-
yes, yes,
it's-
yes,
it-
yes,
in
yes,
my
yes,
and
yes,
so
yes.
and here
Who are your
they
kin?
were also up and of course
Gods. You call yourself gods, though.
as the first way I would of course after it to ensure
The coins, yes.
it is but
People
then
escaped,
the war- they-
right?
and so, of course
Are you responsible for the
that
golden
is
rule?
merely the name your people.
Why turn people to
That is
gold?
now
Because
great.
the first inhabitants, yes, they came up with it for you. You're not creative.
I give your kind a sec, and when you and so you ask, you destroy.
Where did the
When
golden
my
bows
kin
come
depart, the
from?
golden bow, as Michael and Tom.
Yes. What do you
I've
consider a sin?
always
I
considered
think
that the
this is...
cornerstone of war. No attempt to lay out rules like this should Egypt, the Greek, the Rome, even it is yet.
Right. 1 minute. So I believe this is where I messed up last time. This second option is very confrontational, and I don't want to piss him off. This sounds like an interesting conversation.
For you, perhaps.
Oh wow, he's a dick.
I'm able to commune with all the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes. If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
Right, I've been here already.
Then
too.
what an...
I've seen some horrible things. Right.
You plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example?
I mentioned this one and I pissed him off. That's what happened. Let's talk about this.
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
He wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine if he needed it, if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
And so that makes it okay. Do I piss him off if I disagree? I mean, this is interesting. I don't want to blindly agree. That's boring.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Ooh, I mean, yes, but...
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
Does he consider humans people? They're not his people.
Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe?
So I think they all end with that question, right? Let's say suicide.
I've seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
Huh. I suppose. Let's question that.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. A literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language.
Ambiguity is pretty cool, though. Right, and we go here again. Scam.
Ah, the tavern keeper, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule? I disagree. Having watched that tavern keeper, that is precisely what she would expect from others. She would view it as a game, one she intends to win.
So this is all just the same.
Applying this rule always requires speculation.
Yeah, we've been here. Fair
now
enough.
tell me.
Debt bondage.
You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule? And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
Basically slavery.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority, this is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty?
It's different. That's good. They don't.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt?
Typically decades, sometimes their entire life.
I fail
Yes.
to see how your system of loans is significantly different to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years.
Huh. I mean, you work but you're not forced to work for that person directly. You still choose your job to pay your debt. That's different. It's not the same thing.
Supposing you're right, then my laws...
It always ends here. No.
Now tell me.
Experiments on the statues.
The midwife in the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
I don't think it's inconsistent. I mean, she doesn't know. She only just realized what the experiments actually do to the statues. She didn't do it on purpose, or it's not malicious. But then, dually is not malicious either, so...
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere
No, they
shapes of
bleed.
their former selves.
There's a human inside.
They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine.
Fine.
Now tell me.
Abduction, we've been there. This is dangerous.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
I'm not gonna say yes because that's a lie.
I should strike you down for that.
I'm not gonna draw the bow.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning?
Let's talk about something
Very
else.
well.
That's everything.
Good. Then now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong.
Huh?
It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life.
So you
But
are Osiris.
when I peer
No,
into
that's
you,
Anubis,
I
right?
see only a black
The guy with the
slate,
scale? That's not
as if
Osiris,
you did not
is it?
exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you.
Yet.
How did you come here?
We're gonna be about me now. Huh.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
He cannot know.
Ooh. Let's lie.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years. Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it
So
you
he
seek?
can't place me, therefore he can't kill me. Or whatever his reckoning is. Turn me into gold, whatever. He can't do that because he doesn't know me. That's an interesting rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments...
I already lied.
You face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called Golden Rule?
Because it's wrong. Ooh, that's gonna piss him off. Huh. I like the second one. If this fails and I get back, I'm trying the third one. The first one's just gonna piss him off. I think.
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Murder, for one. I mean, this is just fact. Did this too, but this is worse. imprisonment is bad. Abduction is bad, but this is definitely worse.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously.
But what if you don't know?
They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before
them. Will this work? He knows I'm from the future, I just explained that to him. I mean, this is too logical. He's definitely gonna talk his way around this one. Because that's what he'd do. That's how he do.
How unfortunate that we are not where you are from.
I guess.
Ah, but I'm a god.
No, you're
and
not.
You are mortal. Why would you?
You've really fallen into your role, haven't you?
You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
No.
Of course not. Because that would be absurd.
But you
Just
go
as
a
it
step
would be
up.
absurd for me to
Dog,
treat your kind
for
as
example.
equals.
Yes. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, this is obvious. Technology, for starters. Probably lifespan as well. Let's go with this.
My love for her does not mean I am not superior, now that she is mortal.
So that's a bad relationship then. Superior in a relationship. That's a recipe for disaster.
Bah! For a moment I thought you might have been building to a point. But I see now you are just a hubristic little creature. How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up. True. I have witnessed him doing that. He is a volatile and confused fellow.
No. Yeah, but he also has serious pain issues.
I admit, I have grown disturbed watching them. His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I saw.
We're getting somewhere.
Partially. But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully, without theft or violence, without my law?
Ooh, no. No is the answer. But will that... Humans need to be able to use of force. That's wrong. Dev, this is not English. Or is it? I'm not English, so I don't know. It sounds wrong. Humans need to be able to use of force. I think humans need to be able to use force. There are too many words here. Let's go with this.
How so? And how is that working for you?
Where I'm from, 2,000 years in the future, it's working pretty well. On average, life expectancies are climbing and crime rates are declining. Is that true? I mean, compared to 2,000 years ago, yes, I think. But there's also way more people. I guess there's probably more crime, but compared to the population size, if you adjust for population size, it's probably less, yes. I think.
So you say, and yet your world is still imperfect.
Yes. This, yes.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning. But
yes.
That would mean Jupiter, Chrysepida's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Because you abducted her daughter? All of this is bad. He will be insulted by me implying that Jupiter is a dumb. He will be insulted by implying that Jupiter thought he was a dumb. This maybe... Does he seem like the type that would challenge Jupiter though? Does Jupiter sound like the type that would expect a challenge from him? And this is just... he's just gonna be insulted by this one. I think this is probably the one. It's all perhaps though. There are no definitive statements here. So that makes me feel a bit safer by suggesting some of these options.
Perhaps. But if that was so, surely I would have sensed his deception. How could I have been so blind for so long?
I'm gonna imply he's human now. Or a monster. I think human is better. I don't know how he will take that, but human is probably better than monster.
Your words sting me, mortal.
Oh,
perhaps it is what
success.
As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice, quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Huh. I kinda...
Because doing so would violate the rules of my sacred agreement with Jupiter, and you would receive a hostile reception. The best I can do is return you to the land of the living.
That's also
fine. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Because I return to my own time?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by
this is a literal quote from the mod.
Of time. Now,
literal words from the Arbiter. That. Literally.
Farewell, mortal.
difficult to predict, except that one is only 7 years. It's the main change. And here we are. Hey Al. Oh, I get control of me. That's nice. I was not up here in the previous version of the destroyed city. Will Karen still be there? I assume she departed with him, which is 2,000 years ago. Did she come back for this? That would be nice of her. Hey Al.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone.
I mean, she still brought me
I'm
here. Otherwise, I have no reason to be in the city if Karen didn't bring me here. So she should still be around, right?
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You know who I am.
Know who you are? I barely remember how I got here myself.
No plaques?
Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is
I got a statue in the mod.
I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on.
I did that.
Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
I would have liked to find out what happened to them, what became of them, and what happened to the statues too. I would have liked to know that. But I can answer this one. I did that.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there I thought you were serious. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
Alright. Do I get to actually follow him, or no? Fade to black. Same escape route as the abducted, the endings 2 and 3. I think same aqueduct. Makes sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured it.
Good idea.
Go on ahead.
I mean, this is not gonna keep people out, dude. That's not gonna work. Right, Karen. Let's go. Yeah, she's still here. Hello.
You're back. But
you know me.
You're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
You brought me here after you met me with the alien guy. You brought me here.
Ah, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Yes.
Ah, I see. I thought you might.
Yes, tell me about what happened to the people.
Now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Also, why did you stay here to, in this time, when your boss left?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change.
We know this.
That you died, of course.
Yeah, we know this.
My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld,
But you're not
has always
there's
been
no
to assist
god
the
of the
chosen
underworld. It's an
to
alien.
cross the
Come on.
threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. You can just call me. I do that. That you my. Most souls would ask yourself honestly.
Yes.
As you wish. You were murdered.
Is the death the same?
You were falsely accused.
Yes.
On your final. Unfortunately, your host. You both fought. There was nothing. He died in that man's. You were each in possession.
Pluto said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means I am now bereft of purpose.
So you stayed because there were still coins.
Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
So I guess she stayed because there were still coins. But she knew the city was left empty 2,000 years ago, yet she still ferried people here. That's a bit sad.
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and, well, a long time my orders were simple.
Yes, we know this.
I see no point in keeping you here.
So,
but I have to ask
I have so many questions.
That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
There's not even a replacement for the tablet.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Sad. I wanted more. Oh, hello. Alright, there's more. How convenient, the 4 civilizations.
Hey, you made it.
Hey, Al.
It's great to see you again. I read about your trial in the news. Congratulations on your acquittal. Still, I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet.
The real world.
And I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you, I just really wanted you to see this for yourself.
So he knows
Why don't
he
you
was
head
in
on
the
down
underworld.
there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
He knows he was in the underworld because he called this the real world. So does he actually know it's Karen now? Oh look, 4 civilizations, how nice. Oh. Wait, hold on.
You're finally here.
Wait,
Remember
what?
me?
Excuse you. What?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance.
So he now also knows it was the underworld. How? Did Karen fill them all in? She wanted me to keep quiet to Al. I guess she desperately wanted to tell the story herself. Alright.
Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course.
Nice.
It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Quite right.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
Yes.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll
So,
speak again soon, my
They
friend.
all conveniently showed up here at the same time. Also, how did they...
Oh, hello.
It's you.
all end up in the
You're
same...
here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
What did I do to hook you up?
There he
Because I
is.
got an achievement for that. So apparently I did something.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion
You're
quite
so well
enjoyable.
adjusted. 1 year.
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us, for all of us. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere.
Good.
If you'd like to ask her yourself.
I do want to ask her. Yes. She's very interesting.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
I said I was going. A circular portal. Alright, is she still around? I mean, she's human. It depends on where she was sent, I guess.
Hi there.
Yulia! Hello.
You're the Oracle,
Oh, we
right?
didn't talk in the last cycle.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
Do I get different dialogue if I do it all myself? Because I can. I don't need the tablets anymore, they're all installed. I don't need to have Galerius win. So I can do it all myself. I can save everyone. And then get the ending. And maybe they'll have different dialogue.
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was.
Yeah, about that
You know
size.
there are entire continents Rome never knew existed.
You don't
and
say.
You can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry,
How do you know?
You already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
Tell me about this Pegasus, because you sound like you know about that. Do you have any experience with riding on a Pegasus? That's a story.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Wait, you all learned English very quickly. Because, you know, I can understand them in the past because I magically learned Latin. But this They all learned perfect English in a year. Amazing.
I couldn't agree more. Ugh, someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life.
Nigerian
from now
prince?
on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria?
Yes!
Some people have all the luck.
Yeah! Luck,
Really?
Yes!
I feel better already.
Good!
Thank you.
Karma works.
You too! If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
That's gonna take a while.
I hope so.
Sounds like a good time. Hello, nurse.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
You kept your accent. No, that makes sense, I guess.
Hello.
Still, you learned English in a
Lucy
year.
is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone.
That's true.
Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So...
You're all very accepting of this. Your entire pantheon was a lie business. Too well adjusted. I'm not... Yeah, this is not good for the immersion, this epilogue.
I'm studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
There's more you can do, you know. Guess you think you found your calling.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
I'm never playing this game again.
Hey. Evening.
Military. Makes sense.
Hi there, I'm Horatius. I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Scintilla with us as well.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's good.
Thank you.
I actually forgot about her.
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
That's nice.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time.
I didn't, but the game remembered for me.
But that's done. In the words of Epictetus. As
You're
those
still
who
quoting
rode behind
people.
Triumphant generals, remind them they are mortal. Remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever. Thanks. He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most.
That makes sense.
He got himself disqualified from the UFC. So he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament, like we had in Rome.
So he's in Fight
Suppose
Club.
it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out. And his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
I guess.
You're not wrong. And you. Farewell.
Hello, sister.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
You were never very welcoming.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened.
That makes sense.
I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
I want to know more about your goddess.
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
Duh. If a barbarian is still defined as non-Roman, then yes. Barbarians everywhere.
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld.
Ooh, nice!
Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
That's good.
Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me. You too. See you around.
It actually changes the name on her. That's nice. Who's the purple man?
Hello. Magnificent museum, is it not?
The Greek. And his girl.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius. I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful. I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Yes, let's do that.
You too, my friend.
And you.
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Hello.
I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
Yes.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night. Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so...
See, it was worth a lot.
Makes me happy. Mostly that
So
means
that's
waiting for my friends
good.
and looking at memes while binging TV
Memes?
shows and yoga pants. What a time to be alive. Thank you. I really am. You too.
Memes, right. Hermit, hello.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Do I get your name now?
We have. I'm sorry, I
Philip.
don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your Catabasis to thank for it. I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge.
That's good.
Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Nice.
My sincere thanks once again.
Can't think of a better... Excuse you.
Some soiree, innit?
Alright, I'm not surprised.
Good evening.
I'll save you for last.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you. I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Yes. Nice. Very good.
That means a lot.
I'm not sure you're great at it, but I had to step in, you know. But training is good. It's a good path to want to go down.
And you? Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join us?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll see you soon.
Do I get more epilogues now? Livia!
Greetings.
Yes.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
This is nowhere near Elysium.
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while, at least until I'm well enough to be independent again. Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit.
Right.
Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. And you. Farewell, friend.
Hey, ass.
Ah, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
I was hoping you'd have met a terrible fate too.
Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated.
Oh,
Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
Not everything's a happy ending. Oh, it even thought of that. That's good. The game expected me to dislike this.
Such acerbic wit. I love it. I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
I was hoping I could recommend him a stock that's gonna fail soon. But then, I can't see the future either. GameStop. You should invest in GameStop.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Dacius. I won't take no for an answer.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune.
DVD. DVD is the future.
Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
Oh, hello.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
You tried to kill me.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an oracle. You know many things.
I'm not.
I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you wearing?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Good.
Indeed. Thank you, Oracle.
I can talk him down too, I think. Should be a peaceful way to resolve him, I assume. Well, I know, because I cheated. There's an achievement for resolving every conversation peacefully, so I know I can talk him down from that.
Hello there.
Oh, Centilla!
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster.
That also
every
makes
time I
sense,
heard my
just
own
like your
name.
sister, yes? That's a stupid question. Why is this? I know what she's talking about, come on.
You didn't hear? My adoptive father, Sentius, locked me up in the upper cistern to stop me from escaping. After you drove Pluto
I did
off,
hear.
Proserpina came and released
Game,
me.
are you being
and
a
that
big
monster
dumb?
got what was coming to him.
The game is being the big dumb. Why? Why? I know I didn't pick this ending, so I guess the game assumes I didn't meet her, but there's quests, there's leads that I did complete, which require meeting her. So the game knows I met her. So why is the game being a big dumb now?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Yes.
Thanks. You too.
Why is the game being dumb? There is kind of an epilogue in the mod where you arrive back in the city, it's the modern time, everyone's still there. The bad Jarl got replaced, and they all have something to say about how amazing you were and you helped them so much by ending the law that would kill everyone. And these two are not there. They left because the lady was traumatized by being abducted and kept in some dingy cell. I guess the girl in the mod also got abused, so she would have more reason to want to leave. Well, this one just got imprisoned. Just slightly better. So I'm kind of surprised to see them here though, because in the mod these two are not in the epilogue. They left. So that's a change. Very interesting.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius.
I know.
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
I know that feel.
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this? So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside.
I can
And
get
I
this ending
couldn't be happier.
where he's not here. Because I can let him jump and then confront God. In which case he would be just dead, I think. I mean, he's already dead, but double dead.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
There's ways I can experiment with this ending. It's interesting.
You too.
Yes, I'm glad you're still around. Next. Rufius ended up with...
Nice to meet you.
Oh, this will be very interesting.
I go by Rufus now. New start.
Not very different.
New name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with...
I did not click to
mushy
skip
stuff.
that one. I'm kinda So they're standing here together, right? Was this really a situation of a boy pulling a girl's pigtails because he likes her? Is that what this is? Is that what this is gonna be? He was sending all these disgusting insults at the game man because secretly, I'm kinda hoping, you know?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam,
Whoa.
not far from where he grew up.
He lives with Virgil, that's a
Very
start.
Modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself.
I know
Place for
about
a fresh
Rotterdam,
start.
yes.
Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet.
So roommates or more?
One adjustment at a time.
Come on, give me the romance. Maybe Virgil will tell me about the romance.
Good to know. Anyway, it was good practice for the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere. Got to stay vigilant.
Yeah, no, you get used to it.
You too. Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands.
Rotterdam, you say? Yeah, sure.
Weird.
I can probably just find you. It's a small city. It'll be fine. Virgil. So, roomies or what?
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
Yes. I'm sure he is. More. Give me the details.
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam. Just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting
You sound German.
people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
You sound German.
You too, as Rufus said in his own laconic way. If you're ever in the Netherlands,
Yes, I know.
we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
You don't need to show me around. But yeah. I know about the Netherlands. I guess they can just be friends. There's nothing wrong with two guys being friends. That's not impossible, you know. People just being friends. Not everything needs to be a romantic story. Do I get a statue now? I got a statue in the mod. Tell me about my statue.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that.
Very much.
Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to.
Oh, yes.
I think you know her.
I desperately want to talk to her. You're still whispering. You're being
Sorry if I
annoying.
frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I already dislike you.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me.
I shot you once.
I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention. Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
Yeah, that's a dumb excuse is what that is. No, the whispers needed to be cryptic and then there needed to be a reason. It's not a great reason. I know from a gameplay and story perspective, the whispers need to be cryptic, sure. But the reason's not great.
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, And so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others.
Well, it didn't really work.
What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day. And as a veteran soldier, he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him. And there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did.
Lost coin.
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Wow. So it would have been true if I told him you don't do the loving on him anymore. He would probably have killed me though, so.
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Is that another epilogue? I'm curious now. You have piqued my interest.
And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Yes.
Good, because they remember you.
Oh,
well
no.
done, my friend. Of all the heroes who
That's
ever
not
came
enough
to the
people.
underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
So I did get my statue. And also all the people. Huh. That's certainly interesting. Hello, good afternoon. I'm actually just about to finish this up, because I just finished the game. The game is over. I'm gonna let the credits roll, because this will be the final time. There's still achievements to get. I don't know if I will, and if I do, I'll probably do it on my own. It was a fun game though. It was worth the wait and it was worth the money for me. It will not be for everyone though. It's not great. It's good. I like it. I'm glad you enjoyed. I enjoyed. So yeah. Loading is long. Graphics are good. Faces less good. Voice acting good. Some of it was a bit immersion breaking in places. Especially this epilogue. It makes no sense, this epilogue. Really. I mean, it already doesn't make sense because of the crazy sci-fi god person. But if we accept the god person, the epilogue still doesn't make sense. Because these are people 1 year later. They speak English, and they're well adjusted, and they're absolutely perfectly fine in the 21st century. And I am not buying it. It's not... No, I'm not buying it. It was nice to talk to them again though. I mean, I'm glad the epilogue exists. Because it did exactly what an epilogue needs to do. Which is what happened to these people after the game ended. That's what an epilogue is. And that's what it did, and it did it very well. It's the package that makes it wrong. Also, the bringing all the golden statues back in that room was a tiny bit overkill, I think. I'm glad I got my statue though. I don't know why, but I wanted the statue because I got one in the mod, I guess. Some things just need to stay the same. The change with Maisie and Ulrin and them being in the epilogue, I don't really mind. I was mostly pointing out that it's different, but it's not bad different. It's a good change, I guess. And they don't have the reasons to leave that Maisie and Ulrin did. It's kind of weird that the game forgot I'd met her though. What's her name now? Gabriella, I think? The game should know I met her because I completed the leads, which require meeting her. I guess that's the biggest hole I can find. Aside from, of course, the wager was always flawed because Hades does intervene by applying the rules selectively and by setting up the city at all, of course. Yeah, I would recommend the game, except by playing it through I spoiled everything. Still though, support these people. They made a wonderful thing. Yeah, it's good. I'm not clicking any of these. But you should find them if you want. On YouTube or whatever. Yeah. The end. Game over. I will see you all in the next episode premiere, which is still gonna be a while. I'm not even halfway through. Let's just say there is big stuff happening with that episode, and I want to get it right. I think at some point I'm gonna have to accept that I won't get it right and just release what I got. But I'm not quite there. I can make it better, and I will. It'll release when it's finished. So I will not promise any date. It's fun working on this one, I can tell you that. Big plans. Other than that, see you next time.